Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Jay from Keeping It Real, your arbiter of gaming news and commentary, hitting you off with a studio production video where you know this is your channel, where all gamers' voices are heard. With your boy Jay, always dropping the word. Keeping them other gaming YouTubers like, what you heard? And where you always know, we always keep it all the way real. So what's up, everybody? Just want to thank you all for checking out my studio production video today. And man, here we go. It looks like the X is doing it again, like we always knew it would do, and selling out everywhere. So I wanted to pull up a few things on the X. It looks like, as you guys know, if you guys don't know, pre-orders for the X has went up yesterday. Microsoft announced it, and it was interesting to a lot of us, me included, was to see how fast the standard editions were going to really sell out, because as you guys remember, when it came to the limited edition Scorpio editions, I mean, those in a lot of regions it was done within hours. And overall, I mean, it was done inside of 2 days. I would say 2 days and a half. And that's at all retailers. So, major retailers. So, it went extremely fast, but of course there was a lot of discrepancies, people trying to ask, you can always have a lot of naysayers and haters, and just, because Microsoft is not releasing any, major numbers, and then to any of those, haters that would naysayers that, oh, well, how many could it really be? This tells you right here, you can really pay attention to this. And it gives you a sense of it. Like when it comes to the bestsellers rank, top number one, that tells you a lot, that it's already sitting at top. Now, mind you, this came out yesterday. This tells you exactly that they put out a high volume of units. It's sitting there at number one. And that tells you also it was at a higher, it was definitely at a lot more than what the Scorpio edition was. So we could be even looking at a number like 2 million. Easily be looking at a number like 2 million. For it to be sitting at number one. Because remember, the Scorpio edition was, I think, at it was somewhere in the 40s or something like that. It's beating out the Switch. The Switch is way down here. I think it's sitting in the 40s territory. Let me see. Let me check this out. It's sitting here we go. Sitting right here, 39 and 40. This is where the Switch is sitting. And the Switch has been out for a while. And it just comes in and just trashes it. And that's the thing you have to understand when anyone's talking about, oh, it probably ain't a whole lot. Now, yeah, I get it. The caveat is, okay, you don't necessarily have to put, like you usually do in a lot of other places, at least $50 down necessarily on Amazon. But that still doesn't lend to the fact that there's not hundreds of thousands of people who are not pre-ordering it, and who aren't going to pick it up. Trust and believe. If those people drop the ball, somebody else will pick up what their pre-order was. When that pre-order comes back to be available because the person didn't buy it, trust me, other people will pick it up. It just lets you know the enthusiasm behind the console. And that's what's important more than anything else. And mind you, all these other places like Target and Best Buy and all that, you got to pay money for those places. You can't just click a button. You got to pay money. So if anything, it tells you the enthusiasm. It tells you the demand is huge. So when anyone try to give you any BS about that, all you gotta do is look to this. This is telling you everything you need to know. Of the standard editions, because I think they did ramp up production. I think they see the demand and they're trying to make sure they're just getting as many out there as possible. But what's interesting is that even though it's still selling out, and this is, you know, there's a lot of people saying, oh, well, you know, the standard edition probably ain't going to sell like that. Yeah, it was probably just because it was a Scorpio. You know, of course, that edition is limited. Everybody want to get their hands on that. But when it's standard edition, who knows? It's probably not going to sell too well. But now we're seeing, just like guys like me has been saying, this thing is going to be sold out. The funny thing, I've been saying this for months. I've said this months ago that this was going to happen with the X, and don't expect to just go on store shelves and just go pick it up. It ain't happening. It's going to be done. If you think during Christmas or during the Christmas shopping holiday season, you're just going to go pick up one off the shelf, you know, tough luck on that one. I just don't see that happening. Maybe in some rare cases, you might be that lucky person who's able to get that couple that was right freshly put on the shelf, and you're picking it right up, right off the shelf, right as it was put on the shelf. Maybe you might be that lucky person. But overall, when it comes to people just expecting to just do that, it ain't gonna happen that way. I don't even think in the Microsoft Store it's gonna happen that way, because it's just gonna be sold out. So as you can see here, it's of course on the bestseller. We already know it's gonna do that, and it's one of those things where, you know, it's already done here on Amazon. It opened up yesterday, and I was watching it and checking it out, seeing what was going down, and it was already done on Microsoft. On Microsoft. It was already done in Amazon by this morning, today. So I seen that. Then what was interesting, if you go to Target has been done since yesterday. Literally, Target sold out within hours of yesterday. And that's what was interesting in Target. They sold out really quick. They had some, and I think they're also, it's going to be some, I think you can reserve also. You have to reserve in person as well. So, because I think they're trying to keep people from just, I see that as being a more trend. This kind of like what they did with the Switch. When I got my Switch, I went in store, or actually when I got my Super NES, I had to go in store to get it. When you go to GameStop, you had to go in store. They wasn't letting you pre-order it in stores. But yeah, Target just sold out really quick. I think they were sold out since yesterday, in a lot of actual regions in the UK, and sold out. They're already sold out. Which is really interesting, because usually a lot of these regions are, they're really big Sony areas, but they're sold out. Best Buy, you can still, this is Target. Target sold out. You can still get it at Best Buy. Best Buy is still available now. So if you're trying to get your hands on one, you have good luck at Best Buy. Go there. I don't really mess with Best Buy, me personally, but yeah. And Walmart still has them up. So now this is not even, I would say, since the time that it went up, it's barely now going to be 24 hours that it's been on pre-order. And already most of the places are sold out. You can still get it at Walmart. I believe in GameStop, you can still get it as well at GameStop. GameStop is still currently available. So this is just about probably going to be 24 hours. So I would suspect, just like when it came down to when it came down to the Scorpio edition, it's going to be sold out within 48 hours, easily, again. So get your hands on one while you can, because you got to remember, after this round, that's pretty much it, man. You're not going to see any about this anymore, until, I'm thinking they're going to do another round next month. They should. And I think that will be the last round. This goes back to what I said before. You're going to see about 3 rounds. And that's going to be pretty much it. And then, of course, you'll see the release on November 7th. But the thing is that if you're waiting to November 7th to pick one up off the shelves, you might be sadly mistaken of the availability of picking one up then. So make sure you rush out and get one. But man, I just think in general, man, this is a really exciting prospect where you know, we're proving a lot of naysayers wrong, and they didn't know what they were talking about. Guys like me has been saying this from the beginning, you know. And what's funny is now their new thing is they're thinking that, oh well, it's not going to sustain its sales. It's only just like because it's a new console, you know. But what's stupid about that way of thinking? Or, you know, I've had a guy that, you know, just in the way they're thinking is like, oh well, you know, new consoles always sell, and they're basing that on the past. But what's not smart about that is that the X doesn't have any precedence. This is the thing that they're just not, people like that say that are not realizing. The X has no precedence. There is no real precedence for what the X is. It's in a market of its own. There's never been a console that came out and was capable of doing what the X does, and there's never been a real market for something that is a bridge between a PC and a console, and has all the good things of both platforms all combined into one, and within a small price tag like $500. Like, that's never been done before like this. So there's no precedence for this. So to judge it and just say, oh, it's like when new consoles come out, of course they sell well, that's foolish, man. You're just not thinking. You know, you're letting your bias, you know, judge your thoughts and your judgment about it. Because if you really think about it, you'll realize that, yeah, there is no precedence for this. So it's not even really known. Who knows how well it's going to really do? All you can look at is the indicators that you're seeing, because there is no other precedence for something like this. And this is what I've been saying from the beginning, man, that the X is not something that's ever been seen before, and it's in a market of its own. So it literally doesn't have any competitors. And you got to understand, when a market has a product that doesn't have any competitors, it literally will go unanswered, where it will literally wreak havoc, where it'll be a very desirable product that, of course, everyone's going to buy, because there's not like there's a competitor for it, you know. And that being the case, if anyone thinks Sony is a competitor with anything that they have, just get the hell. I mean, really? I mean, there's nothing. The Pro is completely not only marginalized, it's irrelevant at this point when it comes to any games, even now and into the future. The X is going to come out with over 130 games that it's already signed, sealed, delivered with the X power, ready to go. It's going to come out. It's going to hit the ground running. The PS4 Pro, as I believe, still doesn't even have 100 supported games, and it's been out for almost a year. So, I mean, I don't understand what people. I mean, the Pro is not even, you know, it doesn't have any real competitors, not at all. Not in the console market. In the PC market, it's one of those things that it's rivaling PC when it comes to visuals. And it's one of those things that will give a lot of thought to people who has mid-level or low-level PCs. And they'll be thinking, well, shoot, well, why not switch over? I mean, and anyone who hasn't brought in an Xbox till now, this is the time that they're jumping in. So we're going to see rounds of this thing being sold out. You know, because all these different demographics of people are going to be literally just buying it up. So to sit there and think that, oh, it's no big deal, and oh, it'll fizzle out, and then the stupid thing, oh, it doesn't have any games anyway. Even though Microsoft gets their games out, they don't have no problem getting their games out. We seen a Forza, we seen a Gears of War, and we seen a Halo. What are you talking about? All of our stuff is out, and we now are going back for the second round of all of that, along with all the other new IPs and that are coming out, and all the multiplats. So we're gonna have all the best multiplats. Any of our exclusives are gonna hands down wipe the floor with anything PS4 has in regards to performance and graphical fidelity. And we're gonna have all the multiplats, and on top of that, have all the backwards compatible games. So we got all the backwards compatible games. We got all of our exclusives and all the multiplats, looking the best and performing the best. along with the best network, along with so many innovative and intuitive features, like 4K 60 streaming and Game Pass. And I mean, it's like it just keeps going in and in and in. I mean, it's like, what does PlayStation got to answer to that? I mean, come on, let's just keep it real. I mean, just stop. Like, any of these guys with this BS, like, just stop, dude. Just admit, yeah, PlayStation's gonna have to seriously step up their game. Sony's gonna really have to step up their game, and that's a good thing because we need competition. I don't want the X to completely go unanswered. Now, in this point, it's gonna have to, because, I mean, let's just keep it real. Sony's not gonna be able to come up with anything within the next 3 years that'll be a smart move. They should wait till 2020 and go ahead and, you know, come out with their PS5. You know, and there you go, and that'll be great. But until then, we'll see how that turns out with the PS5. But until then, it's going to be all about the X, and it's going to be Microsoft's time for 4 years of domination. Simple as that. I mean, that's just how it goes. I don't know if anybody pay attention to how the market goes. It goes, you know, hey, Microsoft got it next time. Sony's getting it. Now Microsoft's coming back. Well, but at the end of the day, with both of these companies going back and forth, guess who wins? Gamers. We win at the end of the day. And that's the point. So, yeah, man, I just want to break that down, man. I'm going to get out of here. Of course, like always, it's sold out again. But, you know, what else is new, right? But, yeah, man. Why don't you guys go ahead and hit me up in the comment box. Tell me what you think. Do you think this is going to be a sustained selling trend for the X moving forward into next year? Or do you think it's going to fizzle out? You let me know. All right, man. Until the next time. This is Jay. I'm always keeping it real, and I'm gone.